TV show for 7 years goes off. Yeah, Michael.
This meeting is being recorded.
Hello. 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 Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. This is Miss. I am so delighted to welcome you guys to our second community mastermind call. And I will continue to do these for as long as we possibly can. I am Miss Wells, the proud owner and founder of Abundant Health Services. I felt like putting on some little fun hearts here. I am joining you live from South Miami, Florida. So just because Corona got us inside does not mean that we have to be down and out and we have to neglect our health. We can win in our health. So I'd like to welcome you to the Abundant Experience. I want to thank you all for taking time out of your schedules, out of your day, just to put in some extra effort and time and focus on your health. So I'd like to do a roll call. I'll get started with me. As I said, I am in South Miami, Florida. Who else do we have on the line with us? If you could just tell us your first name and what city you're calling from. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Okay. Well, perhaps maybe later. Yeah. Well, people will be willing to do the roll call with us. So, as I said, my name is Shantae Wells. I'm the founder and owner of Abundant Health Services. We're committed to better health now, walk education, health education, and specifically when it comes down to heart disease and heart health. That is our primary focus. I personally have been in the sports medicine industry for over 18 years, and so that has been my background and how I actually got on the path of healthcare or in the health industry altogether. But my grandmother passed away when she was 59, and seeing two other aunts pass away in their 50s. And I just started noticing a trend of heart disease, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and the fact that nobody was making it to 60 as far as the women went in my family. So I thought it was odd, even as a small child. And so I've just been on that path and that quest to try to understand the background as to why that happened. And when I found out how prevalent it was in other families, it really truly made me want to do something about it. And once I lost the most important person in the world to me, which is my grandmother, it really lit a fire in me. And that's how the Abundant Health Services and the motivational health educator that sits before you today got started. So with that being said, today's focus, so I want to drop two nuggets on you. Do we have someone else joining in? Could you tell us your first name and just what city you're calling from?
Ashante in South Miami.
All right, welcome Ashanti. Thanks for joining us. All right, let me make sure. Okay, so so today our focus is going to be on some metabolism boosting things, as well as something to help with sleep, which in turn will help you actually lose weight. It's more effective than even physical exercise and nutrition combined. That's how impactful sleep is on weight. And a lot of people, it's overlooked. And that's also part of the reason why so many people struggle and have a hard time meeting, even if it's a 1 pound goal. They don't really have a full understanding as to how your hormones play a part, as well as sleep. And sleep is really about your body being able to repair and replenish and set things up for the next day, the next 24-hour period. Excuse me. All right, so I'm going to give you a quick little formula for what I call a little sleep cocktail. So I'm going to tell you first why sleep is important. I did a whole little lesson, about 15 to 18 minutes, I think, on, like, I broke down how I lost like a ridiculous amount of weight in a 1 week time period. And as an athletic trainer, the reason why we know how to manipulate weight so well is because you have to be able to make your athletes make weight in a short period of time. So it meaning same day, could be 2 days or maybe 3 days if you're lucky, but usually within one day you may have an athlete that, for sports like boxing or wrestling where weight is essential or you can't compete. One of your guys may come to you and he's a pound overweight, over the weight limit that morning. So you got to be able to drop weight off of him by the time the weigh-in is, that maybe that evening or the next day. So I think we're pretty efficient at all the different tricks and ways to make someone gain weight in a short period of time, because sometimes they could be underweight for the competition. So the reverse would be true for that. So I've had a lot of experience and a lot of practice with manipulating weight. Not that I want you to manipulate your weight in short windows, because this is your life. You're not in a high pressure situation where you got to make weight to work that night or to compete that day. So that's why you have the time to actually use the best vehicle, which is sleep. Why is sleep so important to any weight loss or nutrition efforts that you're going to have? Because of one specific hormone that is released during sleep, and that's melatonin. Serotonin as well, but melatonin. Listen, that is like, you got to think about when it comes down to like your metabolism and bossing around your gut bacteria, melatonin is the commander in chief. And so you want melatonin to be released. A lot of people, they have what we call pseudo sleep. Their eyes are closed, their body looks like they're sleeping, but they're actually not resting because they're not going through the hormonal cycles that need to happen at the various stages of sleep. So how can you do that? I'm going to give you a good little formula. I call it a little sleep cocktail. So let me grab it actually for you so you guys can actually see the products. So it's going to be 1 tablespoon of Bragg's apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon of raw honey, and 1 cup, probably about 4-6 ounces or 8 ounces max. I tend to do 4. That's the most effective for me. 6, it's okay. But the water needs to be hot or pretty warm. Like, it needs to be hot. That's why it works. Don't know. Scientists have been trying to figure that out. But one thing we do know is that it works. It's lights out with it. So, but you stir that up before you're going to go to bed. And I'm telling you, like, even if you didn't get, let's say, for instance, if you had to be up 4 or 5 hours later, even the quality of just those few hours is going to be so much better when you take that sleep cocktail versus when you don't. So hold on 1 second for me. I'm going to grab that so you could actually, so you could see. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I am back. So as you can see here, this is the raw, like I've tried others, but this type of raw, you see, this is the organic raw honey. You can get it from Whole Foods Market. I believe Thrive Market sells it, or any kind of like natural foods place, some Publix, some, it depends on the Winn-Dixie. I'm gonna keep it 100. If it's a Winn-Dixie that's in like an affluent or a nice, area, chances are they may have it. But if it's in like the working class area, you're probably not going to find the raw organic honey. Can you use other regular honeys? Yes, I've tried it when I've run low or couldn't find this for a short period of time, especially when I've been traveling. It works. It's just not as good to me, that particular one. And I actually got this little formula from Tim Ferriss, and I think he got it from his mentor. but this is the apple cider vinegar that I'm talking about, Bragg's, one of the top ones, but it's, you know, organic, it's raw, and it's unfiltered. It works. So this will give you the sleep you need. Why do you need the sleep? When I dropped, put it like this. I had an athlete that I needed to, actually this one, it was 5 pounds that I had to have him drop. He came to me on a Monday. He had to compete that Wednesday. This works. I'm telling you, like, the 8 hours of sleep, one, it increased his melatonin production, which in turn, it regulated and had the right gut bacteria at play to burn calories. So we have what you call like obesity gut bacteria. So typically when you're holding on to excess weight or when you're overweight, the obesity bacteria are flourishing. So when you sleep properly, when you get enough rest, listen, melatonin, and not only that, there's other bacteria that's lower in the GI tract, like where when you're getting ready to, you know, go and do number 2, there's some bacteria that are in there that will literally be like snipers for you. They go to town on the weight, the obesity bacteria, if I'm being clear, just to kind of help you, they draw illustration to help you understand why it's so effective in you losing weight with sleep. So that's why it's way more effective than just, because you can't outrun your fork. You know, with nutrition, you can only manipulate so much. But when you're sleeping, some people are like, oh, I feel like I'm not doing something. Oh, you are. You're allowing your body to really go to work, and you're setting up your sniper to take out some more of those obesity genes, for lack of a better word, if I'm being clear. So that's why sleep is such an important thing, and that's why having that little cocktail. And when if you go back and listen to that episode that I posted, that's why it's so important. Getting enough sleep. It's the melatonin that will be released. I'm not talking about, this is not some store-bought melatonin. I'm talking about the melatonin that your body is going to produce. Now, the only thing that would interrupt that is if you slept with a phone near your face, your skin, near your body. Because if the blue light filter is not filtered out, then it will interrupt it. Your body won't release the melatonin or serotonin that's needed. So you would have defeated the process, because it needs darkness. It responds specifically to light. So I'm asking, one second. Let me mute everybody. All right, so if everybody could mute themselves, I'd love that. 1 second. I'm hearing somebody is
Here,
television.
I'm here, by the way.
Second. Who else do we have calling in? I was doing a roll call. If you could just tell us your first name and the city you're calling from. Okay, there we go. All right, so I just muted everyone, so you should be able to hear me. Okay, so that sleep formula, I'll give it to you one more time. It's 1 tablespoon of the Bragg's apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon of the organic raw honey. As long as it could be just regular honey, but the raw honey works the best. It'll give you the best results. And a cup of hot water before bed. I'm telling you, it works. It works, it works, it works. You will feel so much better when you wake up. You tend to wake up less tired. You feel rested, even if you didn't get a full 8 hours of sleep. It's an amazing sleep cocktail. Cell phones, devices, tablets, that's the only thing that could, smartphones and smart devices, it's the only thing that could interrupt that. If you have that on, and you don't have a blue light filter on, it will interrupt the melatonin hormone secretion, which is what is needed in that process. Magnesium is something that's going to be really, really great for your heart. If you can just increase your intake of that, that it's also efficient in boosting your metabolism as well. So I just wanted to make sure that I shared with you these 2 tips that could help you with your weight loss efforts. Feel free to inbox me or put it in the chat or text me for those of you who have my contact information. So that concludes my health tip, and we're just going to set a health intention. I did meet my goal last week, which was to make sure that I had 50 ounces of water every single morning when I get up. So I successfully did that. So I'm excited. So my health intention for this week coming up is 2 of the days that I work out every day, but I want to do 2 a days, and I want to make sure that I have a 1-hour workout twice in my workout routine. I want to get back to my hour, my 1-hour session. So that's my health intention for next week. So if you guys can, I'm going to unmute everyone. If everyone can just at least tell me what's one health intention they're going to have for the following week. And then we will be out of here.
This is Ashanti.
Okay.
One, I will incorporate more yoga into my, I guess, my health plan, so I can keep my body stretched and open.
Okay. When you say more yoga, do you mean like an extra 10 minutes or a certain amount of times a week? Give me something that we can quantify it.
At least trying to do it 3 times a week.
Okay.
And then later on incorporate it into daily.
Okay.
I'm gonna
All right. That's a good start. Okay. Perfect. I wrote you down. Okay. Who's next? I'd like everyone to just say one health intention for next week that they're going to set for themselves. Don't be shy.
Well, this is Valencia. Do I get to set another one since we did one yesterday, or do I set the same one?
Yeah. No, you can say the same one, or you can set another one. It's just any one small, manageable,
Okay.
something you could do in 1 week, something you can accomplish in a week's
30
time.
minutes a day exercise.
All right. Awesome sauce. So Valencia, 30 minutes. Tell us what city you're calling from, Valencia.
I'm calling from Detroit.
Yay. Detroit's in the house. All right. And who's going next? Anyone else? Okay, so I'll give you that formula again for the sleep cocktail, which again, as I said, this works wonders because when melatonin is on your side, it will give you some snipers that will take out some of those obesity gut microbiomes so that you can increase your weight. It will help you lose weight faster than anything that you can possibly imagine that we know of to date, man-made or otherwise. So that is 1 tablespoon of the Bragg's apple cider vinegar, as I have shown you guys, and 1 tablespoon. I really highly recommend. Yes, you can use regular honey, but you will get the best results if you use the raw honey. And a cup of hot water, and you just mix it in and have it right before bed, and I'm telling you, it works wonders. And magnesium, so you can get that from wild caught fish. Listen, blueberries are your best friend. Garlic, I cannot emphasize that enough. Those are 2 easy things that you can add to your diet. And then again, the sleep cocktail, so you can get better sleep, because some people are not aware that they're getting pseudo sleep, and you have to get the devices away from your personal body. It cannot be near you, or this won't work, because the light that's in the smart devices and our smartphones and tablets and laptops, it interrupts. It actually will block the melatonin from doing what it needs to do. It's been scientifically proven. So are there any questions for me before we end this call? Does anyone have anything they'd like to add or say? Okay, I see that there's some more people. I would love for you to just say your name and what city you're calling from. Okay, Well, that will conclude our second community health mastermind call. I look forward to hearing about your lovely progress next Thursday, same place, same time, 5 o'clock. You guys be well. Remember, you can win in your health. You must win in your health. Your health is your business. All right. Peace.